a red tie and laughs about annexation. How Canada's Prime Minister is trying to get in Trump's good graces. After months of tangling on trade, and trying without much success to neuter Trump's threats to annex his country, Carney is still trying to get on the president's wavelength, and he might be making some nascent progress. He entered Tuesday's talks amid low expectations he'd be able to successfully talk Trump into easing steep tariffs on Canadian goods, including steel, aluminum, automobiles and lumber. He departed with assurances from Trump that he and his delegation would walk away happy, though the U.S. leader refused to explain what exactly he meant. "You'll find out," he told reporters. It all made for a somewhat ambiguous visit, colored neither by the outward acrimony that has come to define recent U.S.-Canada relations nor by. Canada is now the only member of the Group of Seven that hasn't secured a trade deal to stave off the punitive duties, and the effects are taking a toll on Canada's economy and on Carney's political standing. "I think the people of Canada, they will love us again," Trump predicted, acknowledging the reality that, at least for now, the neighbors are miffed. Since entering office last spring, Carney has walked a tightrope with his American counterpart. He's tried to lower the flaming hot temperature set by his predecessor Justin Trudeau, who called Trump's tariffs very dumb, and accused him of appeasing Russian President Vladimir Putin. Pronouncements of major progress on the issues causing all the sourness. Carney has exchanged text messages with Trump on world affairs and so far has avoided being on the receiving end of any tirades. At the same time, he's tried to push back on Trump's territorial aspirations, telling him firmly during their first Oval Office encounter in May that Canada is not for sale and won't be for sale ever. Trump offered some mild pushback. "Never say never," he shrugged, but the moment was mostly diffused. On Tuesday, the touchy topic arose again as Carney was making an attempt to flatter his host's foreign policy acumen, listing conflicts Trump has successfully intervened to end. Calling his U.S. counterpart a transformative president, he began rattling off conflicts between India and Pakistan and Azerbaijan and Armenia, before trying to conclude with Trump's latest efforts to broker peace in Gaza. "I'm running out of time, but this is in many respects the most important," he began saying. "The merger of Canada and the United States." Trump interjected slyly. "No," Carney exclaimed with a grin. "That wasn't where I was going." Carney laughed it off, and the meeting proceeded cordially, with Trump doing most of the talking. But the moment nonetheless underscored a national relationship that has seriously deteriorated since Trump arrived back to the White House. It was a distant cry from the last time they met one-on-one on the margins of the G7 that Carney convened in Alberta. After 7 minutes of questions, Carney cut the session short, declaring it was his prerogative as host. When he did speak Tuesday, he made sure to side mostly with Trump. After a reporter asked about fentanyl crossing the U.S.-Canada border, the basis for a 35% tariff set by Trump, despite relatively small amounts of the drug crossing into the U.S. from the north, he suggested there was still work to do. "Any amount is too much. So we've gotten it down. It's down substantially. It's less than 1%, but it's still too much," he said. After Trump expressed ambivalence over next year's mandatory review of the North American trade agreement.